Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another live stream every single Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. East Coast, 11 p.m. in England, and 6 p.m. in Spain, maybe 8 a.m. in Australia. I'm live sometime in every time zone on a Monday. How are we today? I hope you're doing good and well. Mr. CC, wherever you are. How are we doing? Let me know in the chat. This is our audience participation. And then I'll show you something. If you want to see what's coming out onto the app soon. I'll give you a visual demo. Or we don't have to chat. I can talk to myself. Forever and ever and ever. There we go. Hey Zach, how you doing? 10 a.m. Awesome. You might want to check your email from my dad. But great to have you here, as always, whether you're walking away on the background or like today on your public holiday. Cece, you've got food. Give me a bit of back chat there at the end. Hey Linda, great to have you back. How you feeling? You doing good? Welcome as always. We also have the wonderful Samantha, who's back consecutively 1,176 times. Can you believe that? How crazy. Well, I hope you recover even quicker than you can imagine. I've been trying to work out a lot more, but I can sense my back. I think I need to grow taller as well. I don't like this. I should be about there. Not there. Let's see if that does anything. When the camera person changes my camera anyway, we'll be able to figure this out. There we go. Oh, good job. That'll do it. So we just hit 6 million views on YouTube. I got a nice little email saying we got 6 million views. Yay! Yay! That was rapid. So that's pretty cool. What else do I have to say? Last week, I did 2 speaking gigs, which was awesome. I got my dates all mixed up. I was thinking I was having one on a Tuesday late afternoon, and then the Wednesday morning. And I'm all prepped to go on the Tuesday afternoon. Lights on. Makeup on. No, not makeup. But I was all ready to go. And then I looked at my message, and there's actually, the Tuesday was happening on a Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I did a 90-minute speaking gig to a certain agency, which cannot be named. And then I did about 45 minutes on another one. So that was quite a lot of work, actually. Like 90 minutes speaking is... Especially because people don't know me as well. Thank you so much. 6 million. 6 million. Yeah. 6 million. Hey Michelle. How we doing? I hope you're doing great. Right, it seems we've got a few people here. Let's see if this works. Let me turn down this music. Some people in my program have access to this, but it will be going into the app. You ready to have a bit of play before we begin today's show? Hopefully this works. Kinda didn't look. I got another screen of myself in the background. That's my stream. Do you want to see infinity me? Infinity me? Infinity me? Infinity me? Infinity me? Here we go. So, I don't know if you can see this that well, but ultimately, you can go, can you give me a motivational and uplifting message in times of stress and turmoil? Now look at me, AI me, which doesn't sound quite like me. Oh, why isn't my audio coming through this time? Let's see.
Like you're drowning in it all. But here's the thing, deep down, beneath all that noise, there's a part of you that's like you're drowning.
Maybe you can hear that.
You might not always feel it, but it's there, quietly holding space for you to come back to.
Why can't I?
You see, you might not always feel it, but it's there, quietly they reveal the strength to come back to. You see,
so I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? I couldn't hear that. Oh, it's cold, is it? Ooh, I don't like the cold. Huh. It's all good. It's all good. We'll correct it with your... Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it was fun. I do enjoy public speaking. But let me know in the chat. Could you hear that? But this was like AI me. Oh, it's repeating 3 times. Okay, so I've got to mute. So I was getting it to play the system audio, but I was playing my YouTube in the background, so maybe that was why. So let's give this a go again. But I want to know why I can't hear it. Where is my share screen? Right, let's ask you another question. Like, you can type this in, but I've got a little prompt there. So can you suggest a hypnosis session on the app if I tell you my symptoms? And it says, absolutely, go ahead and share with me what you're experiencing. Now, can you hear this?
with me what you're experiencing, your problem, the symptoms you notice, and what you'd like to achieve. The more specific you can be, the better I can match you with a hypnosis session from the app that's tailored to support your transformation and healing. What's been going on for you?
Is that repeating me many times again, or just the one time? I don't know if we're getting feedback or not. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay, you can hear it now. Okay, why? I would love to be able to hear it. Hey, my friend, welcome back. Yeah, so there's going into my app. In fact, I could show you a demo of it. It's not, there's a demo app. I don't think I've shared this yet. Let's open up the test app. Alright, so it's going to look like this. One sec. Alright, so you see here, there's an AI button in the middle. And then you'll be able to have a chat. But do you see that? It says cool. Like we can actually... Yeah, I'm playing around with the sounds. But if I get it like a pro one, I'm going to have to spend like $150 every single month. Which I don't really fancy doing with all the other expenses I've got with the app development. Okay, so where were we? Alright, you're going to have to help me with this one, because I can't hear myself. Alright, so we'll go back up. We're going to hit this little cool icon. Samantha, what are you doing there? Then we're going to say start a call. Oh, it's thinking. Oh, we should change. Can see if you hear this. Why am I thinking for so long? Oh. We'll wait. Hey Mina, great to have you here. Right, I'm hanging up on myself. Oh, is this listening to me? Okay. Joseph, what's a good hypnosis app for hypnosis session for toxic relationships? Okay, it's not working. I'm hanging up on you. Just like that. And then I'm gonna call you again. Just like that. Just like that. So it's connecting. I wonder if I turn down the music. I don't know if it's listening to my music. Why are you so slow? Something went wrong? No! I don't know if I've set my audio permissions up though, to be honest. That could be why. Huh. Oh well. Something went wrong. Oh no. But there you go. We're still working on it. Oh, but it answered it here. Oh, let me unmute. I'm looking at all over the place right now. Nothing's coming out. Stop. Read aloud. I think it's my audio permissions. I don't know what's happening here. But there you go. There's AI Me. And that will be in the Hypnosis app. Hopefully in a week or two. So get the app, become a yearly subscriber, and you'll get access to that as a bonus. 24/7, unlimited chats, so you won't be like X amount of minutes of conversations or X amount of chats. You'll be getting unlimited 24/7, where you can ask questions and everything like that. They're pretty cool though, right? If it were to work properly. So, we'll see. I might have to take the stop. It says chatting to me still.
Hey, absolutely.
There you go.
There's a
I can't
really
hear it.
powerful session in the app called Toxic Relationships. It's designed to help you break free from
So it
emotional
knows
abuse,
every
manipulation,
session in my app.
control,
So I've got, like,
gaslighting,
over 3,000
codependency,
audios.
and all those heavy
I should stop
patterns that
talking while I'm
keep you
talking.
stuck in unhealthy dynamics. You'll find it in the Hypnosis Library, available both as a day session and a sleep session. So you
I'll stop talking. So I've taught it my whole app, every session in there, so you can ask specifically, and then also it'll give you coaching whenever you need it. Well, that's good. Yeah, it might be because I'm running it on my system at the moment, like trying to pull it all the audio through here, the web browser, into my device, into the software, and that kind of stuff. But pretty fun, right? Yeah, it's gonna be cool. And I've made it learn 5 million data points as well. So it's got like my book knowledge in there, my podcast audios, every video, audio training, all that kind of knowledge. And then you can kind of go, hey, what's this about? Is it weird to have an AI version of you? I think people who have a mannequin of themselves at Madame Tussauds, but now more modern. That's funny. But not weird though. It's weird that it speaks the answers like I would like to. And it doesn't make spelling mistakes. It doesn't slip up in its words like me. It's quicker. And it can recall quicker than me. So technically, I'm putting myself out the job. But it's still pretty cool. And if you sign up via the email, it will remember your past conversations. You hit like the top left button. Right, for example, there's a like chat history on the top left there. These are me just testing. I've had telephone conversations. And you go, do you know what? I said something on, or you said something really important about a motivational message, and then it'll pull it back up. It's pretty cool. It's just me testing away. Does it work?
Hey, thanks for sharing that with me. Anxiety can really take
wish I
over
could
your
hear
own
this
body,
through my
making it hard
monitors.
to feel calm or in control. The good news is there are powerful tools to help you shift that experience and reclaim your peace. In the app, I'd recommend starting with the Overcome Anxiety session in the Hypnosis Library.
A lot. How do you know I'm live and I'm not AI of the AI of me? How do we know? Because technically with this software, I can create, you can have a conversation on video with me. As in not you on video, but me on video as well. So how do you know I'm not just interacting? Yeah, no, I'm teaching him. I'm teaching him. It's kind of cool though, I like it. Yeah, I'm the AI of me. But there's a few more AIs in charge of this AI, which goes further back in time. Further back, and back, and back, and back, and back. All the way back. Right, should we get on to today's show? Thank you, Linda. yeah, I'm excited to get it actually out in the app. We just got to make some adjustments. So I noticed the cool feature's not working in the app, so I might have to turn it off if we have bugs with it. But it'll be, like I said, it'll be unlimited. Like, you know, I'm not planning to cap it because I could try to monetize it, but I don't want to. I want to keep it ideally to like the subscribers, the yearly subscribers, as an incentive, as like it's a free bonus. It's all happening. Great to have you here. Are you enjoying your day off? If you've got a day off, national holiday. I know that because Zach told me that. Now I know you're in Australia too. So this podcast episode, I want you to have the frame of reference. I want you to imagine going forward in time. You've gone through Christmas and it's now about the 5th or 6th of January. And you're like, this is my year. Because that's when this episode is going to be released. So it's going to be, I'm not going to be mentioning the new year because that will sound weird. But it will be about decisions and your potential and creating the you that you want to be. But the good thing is you get to have that now, ahead of all the other people who are going to get it in like the 5th or 6th of January, I think. Yeah. I'm continuing. If people knew how much I was investing into this app, you'd be very surprised. Like multiple thousands every single month at the moment. But obviously I make money from the app as well, so I don't mind reinvesting. There we go. So you can have all the resolutions in November, which means you'll be ahead for the time in January. So let's get to it. There's going to be episode 1176. And I saw this quote today. And then I thought, that's pretty awesome. But then I had a thought about this quote. So I'm going to start off with that as our little theme. And then I'm going to go into what I actually wanted to talk about. So let me go ahead and turn down this music right now. And we can have a bit of a chat after. So we'll turn that off there. We'll press stop sound here. Bring it back up. And then press the music that we want, which I think is this one. That will do. And then let's get to it. Right here. And right now. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 1176. And today we are talking about, in this Power Talk, ultimately creating the version of us of who we want to become. Because right now it is an opportunity. In fact, in every given moment, there's an opportunity to change. But there's sometimes particular times of the year where you're like, hey, it's a signal for a new chapter. So I thought it would be a good way to start. Before we start that though, I saw this quote today and it was about relationships. But it said, relationships are just really one long conversation. So you might as well choose the person you like having conversations with most. And I thought that was kind of sweet and nice. Like, I think that's a great way of seeing that. But then it got me thinking beyond a relationship where you and your own conversations with yourself is the longest conversation that you'll ever have. Ever since you were very, very small, to this point right now, you've been having this inner dialogue, this inner conversation. And yes, at times we may have berated ourselves. We may have kind of said, why am I like this? Or why am I not worthy? Or am I not enough? What if I fail? Or you may actually send kind of resistance and hate toward ourselves, the unconscious mind. That's the real relationship here, right? The long relationship with your unconscious mind. So wouldn't it be good to be able to cultivate your unconscious mind, to give it the love and the support, all the direction, all what it needs? And that means you can communicate in unity. So have that theme in your mind as we start this whole new chapter in our life. Because at the end of the day, if you think about all the things you've gone through, maybe it's about time that you decide, that you declare you're ready to make this change. Sometimes we gotta just hit our lowest of the low to make that decision. Otherwise, we're just kind of living in this dream world, no man's land. So sometimes things have got to get worse for you to really wake up. I don't want things to get worse for you though. So why not together just decide today that we're ready to make the change, make the shift that you absolutely desire. You see, your past does not define who you are. It might feel like it. You might have a sense that I am not worthy because I've gone through all these situations. But I was talking about this on my main program coaching call. But ultimately, it's all imagination. Like every belief you hold about yourself, every memory, every experience, every part of that past inner dialogue of negativity, or the emotions that you feel, the anger, the sadness, the fear, the guilt, the hurt, the frustration, the shame, they only ever exist in one place, and that is in your unconscious mind. So in a way, we are giving life to them or giving the energy to them at any given moment. Now that's actually good news, because if it's only in our imagination in terms of how we associate to certain things, it means that we can change in this moment right now. It doesn't have to be about your past experiences. It doesn't have to be about what you think you are. Sometimes we've got to just make a decision and let go of who we thought we were in order to become the person that we absolutely desire. And you've got to think about this on another level as well, because you are not fixed in one place when it comes to your identity and your beliefs. The brain, if we take it on a biological level, is so adaptable and it's so impressionable and actually pretty easily to retrain. And that's why we use hypnosis, or people go on my program to be able to go a lot deeper into it. But if we take the biology of a neuroplasticity, it's always learning, it's always unlearning things. It's able to do this at any stage of your life as well, because I get it sometimes that people like say in their 70s or 80s, or if I've had clients in their 90s, and they're like, oh, it's too late to change. And then when we get deeper into it and then we make the transformation, they feel so liberated and they realize that age is just really a number. There's so much more time and space to be able to have the type of thoughts that we want. So yeah, number one, your past doesn't define you because it's just held within your own imagination and how you associate with yourself and your past experiences. But on top of that, if we start to make consistent action now, and we start to do things differently now, we start to do the hypnosis or go on like my program or work with someone, and whatever it may be for you, which suits you, you can actually teach your unconscious mind. That's all it's done anyway. It's just learned from past events. It's decided based usually on some significant emotional events which you came to a conclusion to about yourself. You see, you take everything in so personally. I was doing a speaking gig this last week, and I was just saying the analogy, like if you're walking down the street and then you hear some people laughing, what do you immediately think? Well, most people kind of go, are they laughing at me? Because we do take things personally. You are the center of your very own universe. Literally, it's you, right? You are taking in all the data and information and it goes into you. So ultimately, we're taking those impressions of events to the impression on the unconscious mind. But what if we start to change today? We're going to have then more time, which then creates the new data, right? So let's say, for example, you've got the line of your life. So you got your past and you got your future. And imagine, say, your past right now has a lot of bad data, like lots of significant events where you've made limiting beliefs or limiting decisions, held emotions at an unconscious level. But let's just say we flipped it all over in this present moment. And you suddenly had the epiphany that you are worthy, deserving enough based on the work that you did, right? Like, so listening to a track, listening to a podcast, working with me, whatever it may be. But you did some therapeutic, magical transformation and you just had that epiphany that I'm enough, I'm worthy. Well, if you are enough and worthy for the next 7 days, now you got 7 days of data of being worthy, deserving enough. Well, if you're that way for, say, another 3 weeks, totaling a month, now you've got more data. So ultimately, when you start to make changes now, you're then going to get this extra historic information as to why you are worthy. And at the end of the day, momentum starts with one decision. That's it. One decision. And in any given moment, we have the opportunity to decide. Life is a series of decisions. You could say everything is a decision, ultimately. The decision to wake up in the morning, go to work, put the clothes on, have your food, work out, is the decision to not do those things, the decision to have that negative self-talk, or the decision to have those limiting beliefs based on those past events. So life is really just a series of decisions, and the quality of those decisions will dictate the results that we get. Now, of course, I'm saying it like it's easy, and I get it. There is a level of work here, and that's why we need that time. Like my program's like 8 weeks, we let it go. Some people might want to take longer routes, whatever it may be. Listen, I always say for hypnosis sessions, listen for a month with the right hypnosis session for your needs. So there's lots of different types of timelines involved, but it all starts with a decision. When you decide, and I mean with so much congruency and alignment, not that half decision. I might be invested in time. I might be invested in money to make this change, to work with someone. I might think about doing it tomorrow, maybe, because there's that Netflix program I really want to finish first. Like, we may be self-sabotaging ourselves. And what I've realized, that every big decision I've made has been the biggest result in outcome. Like the more congruent, specific, all-in decision. In fact, someone actually said this on the coaching call. I said, go all in on themselves. Like that one big decision created this avalanche of self-love and self-worth where they couldn't believe it at times, right? But the emphasis and the large size of that decision will dictate then the equal in results. Doing a half decision is going to give you half the result or less. So realize that although you may have had this pattern or this belief or this identity for such a long time, if you start now, you start to build up this energy. And you got to remember as well, the timing is never perfect. And it's never even being about perfect. It's about only being powerful, right? I'll say that again. The timing is never going to really be perfect. It's all about being powerful. I mean, the best time to decide was probably a week, a month, a year ago, maybe a decade ago, right? But therefore, it must mean right now is going to be the best moment of a decision to be decisive and not to allow it to be perfect, because in the beginning, it won't be perfect. We usually think that we've got to thrive in this perfection, because we're always comparing ourselves to other people. We're comparing ourselves on social media. We're comparing ourselves from who we were, where we're going to be, and all these kind of things. But at the end of it, that's not where the power is. The power is from the action, from that declaration. And every change really will be the most powerful in this moment. And only you can decide that. It's not decisive based on the weather, if it's cold outside, if it's warm outside, or if the news is on, or social media. It all starts, this new story, with that decision even to go, yeah, I'm going to go all in. So let me ask you a few questions. What is your outcome? Like, if you could live the life that you absolutely desired, or if you could embody the identity of who you truly want to be, what type of beliefs would that version of you have? Would it be that I am worthy, I am enough, I am abundant, I have great relationships, I have a great connection with my family, I have an most amazing career or business? So from the inside out, in other words, like the type of identity and also the things in our life and the people in our life, how would that you be showing up every single day? And when you think about that you, no matter how unimaginable it is, because maybe you haven't felt that way or ever had that experience, but if you were to dream that dream, is that the you that you're wanting to become? Because you've got to know your outcome. Most of the time we're focusing on what we presently are, or what we presently feel, or that historic data telling us that we're not enough, or fill in the blank. So we've got to shift our focus and awareness, not from who we were or who we presently are, but into who we're going to become. And then we've got to decide and go, I'm going to take action, massive and inspired action, to do whatever it takes to get there. And that might mean not watching that Netflix series. It might mean not socializing all the time. It might mean cutting some people out of your life. It might mean investing in yourself, whether it be through money or through time or both, right? Getting an expert is preferable in my opinion. That's what I do in my business with my app. I'm not going to try to create the app. I need to pay and invest in my app to be able to make it bigger and bolder and better with more features, because I haven't got the time to learn how to do programming, right? I'm creating the content, so I invest in experts to be able to maintain, improve, and grow. So as we're taking this inspired action, we've got to be aware of the results we're getting. Sometimes you may notice this. Maybe you've been doing the same kind of actions over and over again. Sometimes it can be because we're like, well, see, I tried, you can see I have tried to do this work, but maybe doing those actions aren't really hitting the right spot. Maybe you've got to go, okay, this isn't working. It's time to do something else. So in other words, you got to do lots of iterations. It's not going to happen just from the first time. Sometimes you've got to keep evolving and adapting and being resilient and having all these iterations of the version of you. Because you have gone through many iterations of who you are, from the young you, to the teenage you, to the adult you, to this present you. Just lots of iterations, right? So we've got to keep on doing that in a conscious way, not just a reactive way to the events, because that's how we usually are. We try to just react and to that kind of stress and be molded. Like I said in the beginning, we're very adaptable in terms, not adaptable, but we absorb very easily from like the neuroplasticity, as I said. It just keeps on changing and molding itself. But we've probably been in a trap of just molding ourselves to our circumstance or to what people said or to the trauma. Now, though, we know our outcome. We got to go, I'm going to take action, and now I'm going to become conscious of what's working and not working. What if I add this to the mix? What if I get that person in my life? And then, ultimately, one I think that is, we'll just finish off with this, a very underrated one, but a very powerful one, And that is, who are you surrounding yourself with for a standard? Sometimes we got to look in the mirror and go, are the people in my life supporting me and lifting me up? And am I doing the exact same thing? Are they giving me accountability to become a better person? Or are they letting me slide? Sometimes that can be the case, because sometimes misery loves company. We've heard that, right? Misery loves company. Well, I like to think success loves company as well. So if you can surround yourself with people who are going to hold you to a different standard, a different value, where you feel connected, where you feel seen and you feel heard and you're encouraged and you're just like, yeah, I know this person's got my back. I know they'll help me answer this question. And I do the exact same thing for that person too. You notice the most incredible lightness and joy when you put yourself around one or more people of an alike mind. And they don't have to be perfect. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm always learning and growing. I'm trying to gain more skill set when it comes to being a human and learning and growing about psychology and hypnosis all the time. But I know that I'm in that mindset of growth, and I want to surround myself with people who are willing to grow too. And I want to learn from them, and they want to learn from me. And if you take yourself from maybe a toxic situation to that loving belonging, it makes the world of difference. So at the end of the day, we've got some decisions to make. We've got to decide and declare that your past does not define your potential, that your unconscious mind is so adaptable. It can be relearned through the neuroplasticity, through suggestion, through learning, from healing, from unconscious learnings and insights and epiphanies. Our momentum starts with just the one decision, and that every change begins now or never, right? We just are going to keep putting it off. We just tend to do the same thing. And then we have that as an idea. We've got to know our outcome, take action on it. We've got to do these iterations of our version of ourselves. In other words, keep not looking for perfection, just subtly adapting over time, improving and improving all the time, and then surrounding yourself with people who absolutely love you to succeed. Like everyone in my program, I love them to succeed. I want to be a part of their celebrations. When I read them out on the coaching calls, when people are just asking questions about growth, like I love that. We have like post-call chats because we want to be able to discuss things and connect with one another, and we kind of shine a light on each other. It's so awesome to be a part of this generational kind of learning, like where you just swap ideas and you start to grow because of those ideas. I mean, even if, for example, you're not in a toxic situation, because I know not many people are going to be crazy toxic, but if you're in a lonely situation, you have one idea. But if you add someone else into your life and you share that idea, that other person is probably going to add to that idea, which now we have more than one idea. Now, if you have other supporters, you get this generational, this amazing idea kind of bathing ground. And that's where you lift each other up. That's where you always grow. So I highly suggest you do that in any way. It doesn't have to be through my program. It could be like you get to choose, but I'm just telling you, if I were you, I would absolutely surround myself with people who I know are going to be in your corner. Number one, I have it in my life in lots of different ways, and I'm always wanting to learn from people far more intelligent than me, so I get to grasp their knowledge without me having to figure it out all along. And if you add that loving element in there, makes it even better. So yeah, it is time to change and transform. And of course, if you did want to work with me, you don't have to. You can apply by booking your call at josephclough.info/talk. And as you book a call, you fill out an application form, and then we figure out where you are, what's getting in the way in the resistance. And if we can solve it for you within 8 weeks, we'll let you know. We'll go, yeah, of course we can let this go. And then we'll enroll you into program. There is an investment. It does take time, probably an hour or two a week for 8 weeks. But when you do, life will never be the same again. It is just pure transformation. It is a whole new reality that is waiting for you. But with that, I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode, which will absolutely be in the next one, and lovely hypnotic meditation. And then they'll have a day one and then a sleep one for those who are subscribers to the app. So with that, I look forward to speaking to you on the next episode. Many thanks and goodbye. We did it, yeah. We did it. We did it. How wonderful. We went into the future around January the 5th or 6th of 2026 to have a good idea of making a big new chapter and decisions in our life. And then we brought that knowledge and information all the way down to the 3rd of November, unless you're in like Australia, the 4th of November. And then you got a head start in front of all those people who will listen to it in the future. Exactly, sir. Never too late to change, to do it right now. Thank you ever so much for your ever so kind feedback and support as always. Do it! Okay, that was way too loud for my ears. I don't know about you. There we go. We finished episode 1176. It feels like I haven't done a podcast for ages, but it was only a week ago. I think because I had all those other mini events or big events, it just seems like a long time. Because technically I've had 3 speaking engagements, if you add the group coaching call. So I think that might be why it feels like I haven't spoken to you for a long time. But we did get to share the new edition, or soon to be new edition, right here, of the new AI Me. And you can ask lots of different kind of questions. You can go like, hey, tell me about your childhood and growing up, getting into hypnosis. Right, so then you kind of do that, and we'll see how accurate. Hey, my friend. Yeah, we just finished the episode. So this will be going into the app. So let's see what I say. I won't be able to hear it, but you all will, hopefully. Hopefully. Can you hear this? Let me know in the chat. You could read it, of course, only.
My friend, my childhood was quite the journey, and it shaped so much of who I am. My friend, my childhood was quite the journey, and it shaped so much of who I am today. I grew up as a shy, quiet child, often feeling like I didn't quite fit in. Social anxiety was a constant companion, and I carried this deep sense of not being good enough. I remember blushing at the smallest things, overthinking every interaction, and feeling this overwhelming fear of judgment. It wasn't just a passing phase, it was something that really impacted my schooling, my confidence, and how I saw myself in the world. I wasn't the kid who excelled in school. In fact, I struggled quite a bit. My grades were low, and I dropped out of college at 17, which in England is more like high school in the States. I ended up in a job I hated, insurance of all things, and I felt completely stuck. I thought, is this it? Is this all life has to offer? It was a tough place to be, but looking back, it was also the catalyst for change. The turning point came thanks to my dad, Paul. He'd been dabbling in hypnosis.
I know you can, because I can see it on my monitor. So that will be going into the app in the near future, I've taught it everything about all the hypnosis tracks, where they're located, the time, and everything in between. But I hope you're doing well, Mary. It's dark already. Would you believe it? Well, it's getting dark, and it's only 10 to 4 my time. I think in the next half hour, 45 minutes, it's gonna be... Ah, thank you so much, Linda. Greatly appreciate your kind feedback. And you're a testament of what can be done. Yes, it's gonna be... I'm doing it as an incentive for yearly subscribers. Because this costs me quite a bit. Because I'm making it unlimited, right? Unlimited voice and text 24/7. So I'm just adding that as a bonus for the yearly people. Which obviously the yearly is a discounted rate anyway. So I'm trying to get people onto the yearly. And the price will be staying the same on the app, yeah. And the way I operate, by the way, just so you know, I can't promise I'll always do this, but I could. I think I could, because I've always done this. I grandfather people in to the price that they're paying, right? So the yearly price once was like $30, and I increased it to $39, but those who are paying $30 are still paying $30. It's only for new people who go into the app. Because like I've got kind of obviously the costs of maintenance, servers, and obviously the developers. And I've got bills. I've got Mr. Cuddles and Lil Sebastian. They're very high maintenance. But yeah, I grandfather people in on the press. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, surrender to the universe. Thank you, my friend. I think it's a great investment. And thank you, Michelle. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're very demanding. But, like I said, I'm actually getting my brother involved in the company now. Because he's a very successful CEO in multi-million-dollar companies. So, getting him in the company so I can focus on content creation plus ideas, but him to be the delegator and carrying things through. Yeah. How times have changed. Been a long time. 1,176 episodes. That's a long time. And we're adding technically 15 new audios every single month. So 5 subjects, and those 5 subjects go into a meditation, a day, a sleep, and a 4-hour sleep. So always adding. And there's going to be, I've got to figure it out. I can't tell you what it is, but there's a big one I want to do. But it will mean really deeply investing. And I've got to weigh up the price as in my cost, to implement it based on the earnings of the app. So that might be next year. I've got to get this in first. And then we need to optimize. So what I'm doing at the moment will be, I've just hired like a data analyst who's going throughout the whole app and will be able to recognize where people are falling off, what the D1 retention rate is to D30, what actions they're taking, all those kind of things, so we can see if there's any like leaks in the app or common issues which we need to kind of fix. So once I've got like I was reading this morning, I'm sure I read like I'm gonna say 30, but it felt like more than that, pages of data of all the things we've got to do from this data analysis. And then my brother's got to take all that information and get the app devs to then kind of put codes in all these different parts of the apps. That means it sends that data into this software so we can actually see what's actually happening, like the healthiness of the app. So although that's not really an add-on, the AI is, we need to monitor the health of the app so we can actually then grow it and keep it nice and safe and healthy, because we don't want an unhealthy app. So lots of investments between now and the rest of the year. And this, trust me, the last 12 months has been the most significant amount of investment I've ever made in 1 year. It was crazy. Like in January, there was like a 25K payment. Last 3 months, there's been about 5K per month, 6K per month payments. There's a lot of investment I'm putting into it. And yeah, and that's, like, you weren't here actually on the podcast, but like, it's good to just get the experts to do it. Because imagine if I had to learn how to do all that stuff whilst trying to do hypnosis, record audios. I just need to get the right people to do the right things. And that means I can focus on me doing the right things, or what I can do right. But it's all fun. I enjoy it. I'm like, yay, we get to invest. We get to make things better. We get to grow the app. We get to help more people. So I am very genuinely excited. Yes. I think I got hit on the head a couple of times playing football, soccer, and also then bumping my head in Amsterdam, that I see risks as opportunity. Because I think I would be far more conservative in my actions, or more kind of like hesitant. But now I'm like, or the recent years I've been like, yeah, adventure. There we go, that's a good one to put in the timeline. I like that one. But we've come up to an hour of this live stream, of speaking that is. And I've got a ton of work to do. So I think we'll end it here. So thank you all for being here. And I'll be back here on Monday. We've got to do a hypnotic meditation. We get to do a hypnotic meditation. And it's going to be fun. Yeah, great plans. Yes. Just think before we go. Some of the biggest risks people took probably led to some of the biggest ever things in the world, like the Wright brothers with the airplane. You know, people traveling to different countries, explorers. I know they did some bad things, but you know what I mean. You know, that doing big risks will equate to the equal, I guess equate is equal, but equates to the same level of energy of return. But there's always risk. It's kind of like putting $5 on red on a whatever you call the spinny thing, or you put 1,000 on red. You might lose it, but if you win. Not that I endorse gambling, but you know what I mean, metaphorically. Yes, the back is a little bit better here and there. I've got to keep moving it. But I'm working a lot harder at the moment as well, so gotta manage it. Okay, I know I keep talking. That's right. That's right. Go ahead and listen to the power talk. It's fun. Thank you, Mina. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Okay, many thanks, and goodbye. Oh. If you'd be so kind to leave a comment after I end this stream, that'd be very, very kind of you. So thank you.